Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Alrighty, let's get back to responding to some of your comments. As usual, you guys got good questions, and this is telling me that you're doing a little bit of your own research. Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. This is a video that I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get into the comments, shall we? Keep up the info. Thanks, Pimp. You're very welcome. I'll definitely check out Miles and Franklin after I cash in my QDs. That's a good choice if you ask me. Thank you for always telling the truth. You are very welcome. Honest and upfront as always. Thank you. I appreciate when people notice. Thanks, brother. Stay the course. Absolutely. Can't wait for the next buzzkill. Thanks. You are very welcome. There's some coming up, so look forward to them. Guess what's not happening today? The RV or the RI? Not today. Really appreciate you, Pimpy, and I appreciate you right back. We on to the negativity? It depends. I don't know how you could call it negativity. Is it just info you don't like? Is that what negativity is? Happy 4th. I know it's a little passive 4th, but I appreciate that. Just out of curiosity, Pimpy, do you own any dinar? Yeah, I do. 5 million dinar. I'm assuming you do, or you wouldn't be doing any news on it. If so, it's good to hear a different opinion on it than a typical, the raid is done, or it's happening tomorrow, or it's happening next week. Well, you'll continue to hear that because that's what they're going to continue to do. They've been doing it for 15, 20 years. Nothing's going to stop them now. But yeah, I absolutely own some Iraqi dinar. CBI is going to wait until they are forced to increase their purchasing power. No, I'm going to think that the CBI is going to wait until it's necessary to increase the exchange rate. Just because everybody out here that owns Iraqi dinar feels like it should be done and they want it done today doesn't mean it's going to happen. They have to do what's right for the Iraqi people. Pimpy, remember by the end of this year, those auctions will end, and so more than likely, a change will come with that. We shall see. Things will not be status quo after auctions end. Well, you know, the issue with the auctions, it's used to do some really corrupt things. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they do stop the auctions. Guru Pimpy, LOL. Okay. You missed a few other pieces of the news that are negative. Oh, I'm sure I'll find them. Just give me a moment. That's right, Pimpy. They will not and cannot RV. If they did, it wouldn't happen within a 24-hour period, which be basically overnight. Coming from someone that's been in this for 15 years. Well, I don't think you need to be in this for 15 years to understand that. The rate will change when, I don't know how much, who knows. Suggest you make a small investment as nothing stays undervalued forever. Yeah, you know, when I talk to people about, well, what do you think? What is your opinion on this? I say, look, it's going to go up in value. There's no doubt about it. But how they go about it is something totally different. Is it worth the investment? I think so, or I wouldn't even own it. And here comes Denny again. It's not that your news is bad. In fact, it's very accurate. It's your delivery that's bad. My delivery? It's almost like you want to prove to other people that it's not happening. It's like you're proud of it not going to happen. Why would I say it's not going to happen, or why would I be proud of it not happening? I've never said that it wasn't going to happen. I just said that these people out there that are pumping hopium up your guys' ass all day long, they should be very careful about what they're saying. The issue that I have is with all these other gurus out there just misleading people purposely. So right on that. It's not the delivery, it's the way you hear it. So it's not my fault. Uncle Long says, he never said it's not going to happen. All he says, don't live the hype on YouTube gurus like it's going to happen next week or before the next WTO meeting, or we will not go into 2024 without a rate change. Oops, it's already in the middle of 2024. Guess there's no rate change yet. Yeah, Uncle Long gets it, man. Look, I get it why people have pissy attitudes about my videos. My thing is, you listen to these guys out there, and before people used to challenge my information, they don't even challenge it no more because they can't compete. All I'm saying is to you people, just be careful about the news you get. Uncle Long is, except for it can happen. If it does, it'll happen in 24 hours, which is overnight. Huh? Okay. The currency itself is not a scam. The promise of massive profits is. Yeah, that is a scam. You can't promise there's going to be massive profits because you don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. My feeling is they're going to go ahead and delete the zeros off the currency. Years ago, when he started Pimpy's Investment Chat, he was one of those gurus. Some will remember that. Oh, I was. I did videos explaining that, and I didn't hide anything. I said, look, I was right along with a lot of these people. But as you educate yourself more and more, then your opinion starts to change. But as you start to do your investigating into it, and you learn more and more about the Iraqi dinar, what's involved with the exchange rate changes, everything that Iraq has to do, their history, then your opinion definitely changes. The fact that these guys still have the same opinion tells you that they have not been educating themselves at all. Since people grow and the truth is exposed, just takes longer for some people to see it than others. Yeah, well, again, it has more to do with digging into it, like literally digging into it, instead of just saying you're digging into it. When you actually start educating yourself on what's involved with currencies, period, and the exchange rate, and Iraq's history, what was involved, the things they got to do, what is their relationship with the WTO, what is their relationship with the IMF, what is their relationship with the World Bank, because you can tell these people have no clue. Making statements like, well, the World Trade Organization isn't going to let them do this without a change in exchange rate. What do you mean, isn't going to let them do what? I told you, the World Trade Organization deals with trade, not exchange rates, man. And everybody's jumping up and down, swearing. Once again, we got a date, July the 18th. We'll see. This is right here. Back before he started his own channel, he was on Brando's channel. Yep. And yes, he was hyped due to what Iraqi news articles. But anyone that's been in this saga long enough, they should know it's Iraqi's news articles. Therefore, no one should believe anything what the article says. Simply read and move on. That's it. Well, me, I took a different approach. I decided I would start educating people as much as possible so you're not just relying on what you're being told. Nobody else out there is doing that, and people just didn't like that. They don't want to learn something that's contrary to what they believe. Truth in that, and I agree. 16 years in this for me, and I do agree with you. 14 for me. Gene says, no, he's tired of all the gurus getting our hopes up. I trust Pimpy. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's one thing if they truly don't know. But there are some things out there that they're talking about. I say to myself, there's no way in hell they could be this naive. They know the truth. They just choose to mislead people. Or they worded things in such a way that it misleads people. And my whole thing about that is, I told you, found out that a listener of that guy, Simon Parks, killed himself over some crap that Simon said. And, that should have woke everybody up. We have to be careful about what we say because, there's a lot of listeners that pay attention to what we say and they take it to heart. And if you mislead them in any way, shape, or form, some of them are sensitive people. And they become real depressed and they end up taking their own lives. And we don't want to see that happen. Then he says, when you say massive, if it goes to $1, that's a big win. Even Tempe of God of dinars has said it's gonna go to $1. See, here's the thing. It doesn't make a difference what the exchange rate goes to. That's not the fear. That's not the issue. The issue is whether or not they delete the zeros off the currency and then change the exchange rate. That would be a change in the exchange rate, you guys, but that would also be a redenomination. Then he's saying up here to Janine, then stop falling for it. If you're not falling for it, then what are you worried about? Just for the record, I haven't committed suicide for 15 years, so apparently I haven't fallen for opium. I think you mean hopium, but some of the people might be on opiums. Who knows? The biggest problem I have is I feel sad after listening to Pimpy. Like we did something wrong. We never should have invested in. Why do you feel sad? That's pretty bad. That's why I'm the grounded channel. Right now, you guys, this is a perfect example. Listen to what Denny is saying here. Denny is saying, I feel sad after listening to Pimpy. Do you understand what I'm talking about? When people are so addicted to hopium, you can sit here and say, oh, I don't fall for the hopium, but you do. You absolutely do. If you're listening to me and you feel sad after you listen to me, It's because you are falling for the hopium. You might not fall for all of it, but you believe in it big time. Because nobody should be listening to me feeling sad about what I'm saying. You should feel informed and grounded. The difference between me and them is I'm not trying to pump you full of hopium all day long like these people do. And that's why you feel sad. So I appreciate you being honest, but right there tells you that you definitely are falling for the hopium. If I'm saying to you, look, I know the gurus are saying this, but what they're not telling you is there's another possibility. All I'm doing is explaining to you that there's other possibilities, that these things might happen differently than what you're being told. That's all I said. I never said it's not going to RV. I never said it's not going to RI. I never said it's for sure they're going to take the zeros off and then change the exchange rate. I'm saying to you guys, you should be aware of this so that you're prepared. That's all I've ever said. So I don't know why you're feeling sad. Wisdom said, no, that's not it. He hates people being lied to. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Because, here's the thing. Over my years of doing videos, I've spoken to so many people on the phone. I'm reachable, unlike the other people who won't even talk to their listeners, all right? I'm reachable. I have spoken to so many people, and you can hear it in their voice. They are in a situation, and they can really use a financial break. And you can hear the desperation in their voice. It's sad that people are in that position, but they are. So when I hear their heartfelt conversations, it makes me upset that the other gurus are not being honest with their listeners and saying, look, I know you're not going to like this, but there is another possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen this way for sure, but what I'm saying to you is you should at least be aware of this. That's what you should at least be aware of. Because there are going to be some people out there when this thing does finally happen and they delete the zeros off and they change the exchange rate and they're not getting their millions of dollars they thought they were going to get. That's a possibility that can happen. You're going to see people killing themselves. They have lost friends. They have lost family members. They have been in fights with their family, swearing up and down that the Iraqi dinar is going to make them millionaires. And if it doesn't happen, you're going to see a lot of depressed people, man. Anyways, that's it for now. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.